Okay. Sorry. Okay, so, I like D&D. I have mentioned several times that I wanted to get my D&D game back up and running, and I did. I have made some progress on the music, which is not the great, like, I don't need music in order to do a game. I don't need, music in order to make the game good, really. But it's a thing that I really do want to put some effort into and have. But yeah. But I would love to try playing games or playing systems other than D&D. But I just don't know how much my players would appreciate trying to do that. One of the ones, like, okay, yeah, like Cyberpunk, that would be so cool, because, like, Cyberpunk, whatever you think of the video game, and I think it was okay, the setting is super cool, and I'd love to explore more of it, in terms of, other systems, Pokemon specifically for doing something like a mystery dungeon, I think. Although now I'm not 100% sure, because a traditional mystery dungeon, well, I don't know, as traditional of a mystery dungeon game as you can have, I suppose. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do some, like, world-ending plot. I would probably want to do something a little bit more traditional D&D, where it's not so much heroes saving the world, but more adventures seeking fame and glory, I suppose. And I mean, a little bit of both, obviously, but the idea of but there is an idea that I had, well, there's an idea I had thought of, like, well, what if it was like a mix? What if there were some players that were Pokemon and some players that were trainers? And I don't know how well that would work out. That would certainly an interesting idea, I think. But I also ran into this game, the Rise of Guildmasters, or Rise of the Guildmasters, by the DM is Scott Derg. And I haven't checked too much of his stuff out, but this is the first thing, but yeah. But in that campaign, it's a human world, and everybody's turned into Pokemon, which just, like, just snap of the fingers, everybody's Pokemon now. I love that idea. I love that idea so much. And, like, he went especially dark with it, where it's like, oh yeah, like, there are buildings that were not meant to support the weight of giant Pokemon. Whalers were never supposed to be in the top, in skyscrapers. There are buildings collapsing, falling down. There are planes dropping out of the sky. Like, it's like, what the actual fuck? Like, and like, you can't, like, you, as a Pokemon, you cannot access your Pokeballs unless you're, like, a technician. And it's like, oh my god, so, like, almost certainly there's a huge amount of Pokemon that are just trapped, possibly, potentially forever, just because, their trainers literally cannot, unlock their, devices. And it's like, oh my god. There's a lot of potential things. A lot of potential interesting elements to that could go down. But yeah, like, aside from that though, because, like, you can also try and make Pokemon, or Pokify D&D, as it were. Add some like magical beasts into it, which I kind of did. Although I haven't really played a game with that element in it too much. But yeah, I'll tell you what, because it's such an interesting thing that he's done with that campaign. It's a little bit like there is a solid point where you just put too much effort into a D&D game, right? But like, and the way that campaign plays out, at least as far as the first 2 episodes are, it is extreme. Like, it feels like this guy, if he could, he would make a video game, you know? And that's not necessarily a great thing. I don't think it's terrible, but it's just like, in the first session, it's just like, you haven't unlocked that ability. You haven't unlocked the ability to flank enemies. You haven't unlocked the ability to uncanny dodge. You haven't unlocked the ability to, you know, to action surge, or you haven't unlocked the ability to, you know, uncanny dodge and action surge are not good examples, although action surge was not a thing, but it's like, these are just mechanics that you've just arbitrarily limited, it feels like. And also, you have not unlocked this ability yet. That just, I don't know. I mean, characters seem fine with it. It added a lot of tension to the thing where it's like, oh fuck, I don't know what I can do now anymore. It's not the greatest thing, I would say, but it's certainly, didn't piss the players off, which is the important thing. Oof. And it's certainly an interesting story so far.
My name is. I'd like you.
Again, I'm into the just 2nd episode, but yeah. Oh, and also, get on my case if I don't have some sort of fan art tag or something to do with fan art. Because I need to do that shit, actually. If I haven't done it by the time that this episode goes out, I don't know what I've been doing, dude. But yeah, until next time, have a good day, great day, even. Cheskies.